Yisrael Chai Foundation is a fully IRS approved 501c3 tax deductible organization. All that fun stuff has been done many, many years ago. And I started it myself. There's no salaries, there's no commissions, there's no rent, there's no administrative expenses. And the reason why I started Yoni is because I wanted to help causes and people and programs in Israel that nobody else was helping. And Baruch Hashem, we've been doing some great things the last 17, 18 years.
So give us a few of the examples of big variety of causes.
We started with helping guys in Yudav Shomron, Judea and Samaria plant fruit trees. And what sounds like a simple thing, fruit trees, is actually a tremendous, tremendous project because a lot is involved in bulldozing the land, in buying the sapling, in fertilizing the soil, in installing computerized drip irrigation, in building fences. Tremendous amount of work that goes into it. But what's good about fruit trees is they provide a livelihood for families. We have people that we've helped them plant thousands and thousands of trees, and they today are making wine, making a livelihood from this, olive oil, and many, many other things, mangoes and avocados and everything. And in addition to really helping settle the land, we also recently have been helping farmers in the Gaza area that have had terrible fires burning out their entire kibbutzim, their entire lands, everything, and where nobody's helping them in the government, or they're making them fill out all these forms and maybe they'll get some assistance in the next 5 years. Within 2-3 days, they call me up, I find out what they need, and I have literally sent down to Gaza over 5,000 brand new trees to be planted. We need to do a lot more than that, but this is a project that since we started has planted over 300,000 fruit trees all across Israel. That's project number one.
As we are speaking, the South is under fire. You've been in touch with them these days?
Yes, I have been in touch with them these days, and the people... It's a terrible situation. It's not just these days. This has been going on, as you know, for a long time, far too long. That's a different problem. But I'm just here on this with this foundation to really help in certain areas. And in addition to everything else, the panic and the loss of life, God forbid, of course, that's the worst. Could you imagine a person who's been working in this field for 5, 6, 7, 10 years and it gets completely burned? Just 2 years ago, November 2016, there were tremendous fires by Neve Tzuf, if you remember. A guy named Shlomi Cohen had his entire field wiped out. This is his whole parnasa, children, his whole parnasa. And the next day, I personally went there and gave him a check of $10,000. Now, he needed more than that, I agree, but this is what the foundation was able to do. And we're helping, we helped him, and we're helping farmers in Gaza, we're helping farmers in Judea and Samaria, and across the country.
Another important project actually involves dogs.
Correct. Dogs is, I'm not so much personally a dog guy, but dogs are a lot more than what meets the eye. And there's today some amazing individual, all volunteers that spend their time with the IDU, the Israel Dog Unit, run by my dear friend Yekutiel Ben Yaakov. And these guys, what they do is they train dogs in anti-terror that help patrol the yeshuvim, the settlements, and so on. They have sent, I think, to over 20 settlements these anti-terror dogs. I could just tell you that certain yeshuvim that don't have dogs have had tragedy with people being killed in the middle of the night. Could you imagine what a dog would have done? Finding a terrorist and ripping him to pieces in plain and simple English. That's anti-terror dogs. Another thing they're doing now is search and rescue, where they actually have different dogs, different breed of dogs are highly trained to find people, older people that have Alzheimer's, dementia, that disappear, that get lost. And these dogs, they work with the IDF, they work with the Israel police, and they really do tremendous things in finding people and saving lives. Just this year, they saved 5 lives. Just this year, 2018, of people that went missing. They're also training, if God forbid, there's an earthquake, search and rescue. So this is an organization. It doesn't get funded from anybody, and we were helping them, and we'll continue to help them through our foundation. And it's an honor to help these guys in the IDU.
And these are just 2. I understand that there's many more.
Yes, there are many, many more examples. I'll just give another 2 quick examples. One is the fact that we helped certain areas build things that they haven't been able to build on their own. I have a project called Build Up Israel. And Build Up Israel is where we helped a yeshuv like Eish Kodesh build a mikveh. And we helped Otniel with 2 kindergartens. So this is a tremendous project that we're doing for them. We also assisted at the beginning the Nachal Haredi unit in a vocational educational center in Yerushalayim. We help them get off the ground. So Baruch Hashem, this is something that we're proud to do. And finally, there's a Haredi city called Emmanuel, which suffered 2 very serious terror attacks in the last few years, and it really was almost closed up. And thank God now they're having a revival, and hundreds of families are coming back to Emmanuel, and they needed a center for children with special needs. They didn't know where to turn. Am Yisrael Chai Foundation just this year has contributed over $75,000 just to this project alone.
Until today, and we'll get to today in a moment, how was all this funded? Tell us about the support from around the world.
Right. So up until now, it's just myself contacting some wonderful people and convincing them to help out financially. As I mentioned, it's just me, but I have some contacts with some amazing people who have given to this foundation. And over the years, that's how we've supported various projects that I mentioned.
And today?
Today we're doing something bold and a bit crazy, and that is we're doing something called the Dream Raffle. This is where I've opened it up to the world, and I'm actually raffling off an apartment in Yerushalayim that overlooks Har HaBayit, the Temple Mount.
Now, we're not talking about a rental for a week, a month, or a year.
We're talking about an apartment that will be yours forever. You can give it to your great-grandchildren. And this is something that will be yours forever. It's actually located in the Arnona neighborhood, 18th floor of a beautiful building, luxury building with a gym and a fancy schmancy lobby and a Shabbos elevator. In any case, it's a beautiful apartment, and you'll see from this apartment the Har HaBayit. You'll see the 3rd Beit HaMikdash, God willing, very soon. And we're giving it away free to the person who wins the raffle. And this is something extremely bold of us to do, but there's been a tremendous response. It's called the Dream Raffle, and we ask people to respond at thedreamraffle.com. Take part in living this dream and supporting Am Yisrael Chai Foundation.
You've been involved in so many activities, throughout the years. Tell us about this, the feeling to be part of really just trying to do good and helping a variety of causes.
I've always looked at myself as to try to help Jews where others don't help. Baruch Hashem, there's a lot of wonderful organizations out there, and there's Hatzalah and Tomchei Shabbos and Chai Lifeline. They're all wonderful organizations, and give them all $1 million. But my point has been to try to, like Star Trek, go where no man has gone before, to go where no Jew has gone before, and to really help those that nobody else is helping. When I tell you that nobody else was helping the guys in Emmanuel, and nobody else was helping the Israel Dog Unit, and nobody was helping plant these fruit trees, I'm not exaggerating. And it's so happy and so invigorating to know that we got these things off the ground. Now they're going, many things they're going on their own. It's just a great feeling to help Am Yisrael in their time of need.